What is going on, guys? Okay. I just wanted to let you guys know something that we're doing with Warriors Next Adventure. So, we decided that we're going to be going to Colorado. It's going to be August 11th through the 15th. We're going to be climbing Mount Massive. Mount Massive is the second highest mountain in the Rockies. It's the third highest in the northern 48 and the southern, the lower 48 states. We're supposed to have we're gonna try to take 4 veterans with us, on the $1,000 lottery, and then as well as the 5th person on the other lottery. So, what I wanted to do is just explain today what the lottery is. So, like I said, for those of you just joining on, we're going to Colorado August 11th through the 15th, and we're gonna take 5 veterans with us. So, what we're gonna do is, if you wanna come to Colorado, all you have to do is on Facebook, make a Facebook fundraiser. In the description of the fundraiser, I want you to tell you that this is for the Colorado lottery. I want you to put in there that, if you raise $1,000, you have a chance to go on an all expenses paid trip to Colorado with us. So now all you have to do, like I said, you have to start a fundraiser. You have to notify me that you've started your fundraiser, and you have to be the first of 4 to raise $1,000, and you will actually get to fly to Colorado, stay in the Airbnb with us, or we're gonna go down to Mattersville and check out the wolves. It's a wolf sanctuary as well as a homeless veteran shelter, and we're gonna be training jujitsu at Zenith, and we're also training at Team Chaotic Combat Sports with Anthony down in Fountain, which is just south of Colorado Springs. And then on Friday, after we train jujitsu in the morning, we're driving out to Leadville, and we're going to stay in Leadville for the night. And then Saturday morning at about 4:30 in the morning, we're going to start climbing Mount Massive. So Mount Massive, if you haven't heard about it before, it's like 14,438 feet or something like that. It's like 2 feet shorter in elevation than Mount Elbert is. And we climbed that last year. So again, like I said, if any of you guys are in Colorado and want to come climb with us, meet us at Mount Massive the day of the climb. I'd love to get 100 veterans climbing this mountain together. I think it'd be awesome. So what I need you all to do is, if you want to go, again, make a Facebook fundraiser. Be the first of 4 to raise $1,000. Now, if you go on our page, and what I'll do is I'll actually share the other fundraisers that are going right now. Right now, there's 4 fundraisers going. So you guys need to hop on here and start raising money, because what we're going to do is we're going to wait until April 1st. Now, we were only going to do 2 weeks, but I decided to extend it. So you have a month and a half to raise $1,000, right? So again, the first 4 to raise 1,000 get an all expenses paid trip to Colorado. The only thing you got to bring money for is like food and souvenirs and stuff. This trip is going to be a dry trip. So we are no longer condoning alcohol use or anything like that on our trips. It's mainly because, what if a veteran comes out who is struggling with alcohol, and he gets people drinking around him, and he relapses, and then we become an enabler. So I don't want anybody have to deal with that. Plus myself, I haven't drank in over a year now, so I'd like to try to be a better example for the veteran community rather than just everybody getting hammered all the time. If you guys drink, whatever, it's not a big deal. But we will be sober on this trip. Again, I'd love for you guys to come. First 4 get to go for free. And then the 5th person, we are taking 5 people. So that 5th person, what we're going to do out of the lottery is, every single time you raise $200, that $200 increment is 1 entry into the lottery. So if you only raise $200 and we get 4 other people that raise 1,000, you still have a chance to go on that trip for free, right? So you need to tell your friends and family that, hey, listen, I need you guys to support me on this. I really want to go to Colorado. Even $5, you get a couple people to donate $5. That 200 or that $200 gets up there pretty quick. If you really want to go, you got to push those donations hard too. So, like I said, first 4 to raise 1,000, and then the last person gets picked out of the $200 entry fee lottery. You raise $1,000, but you're the fifth person. I'm going to give you an extra entry. So you raise $1,000 after the first 4. I'm going to give you 6 entries into the lottery. So you have a pretty good chance of actually going to this trip, for completely free. After we have our 5 people, if you still want to come, I need to know ASAP, because I need to get an Airbnb big enough for everybody, because we have to get one up in Leadville, as well as down the Colorado Springs. So anybody who wants to come, just reach out to me and let me know, and I'll tell you the logistics of everything. I am driving down, so I will be taking Joe with me most likely. Um, Joe is kind of my number two with a lot of this stuff. He's awesome, makes my life easier. So Joe will likely be coming, and then if there's any veterans in Minnesota who win the lottery, you guys can just ride with me, or we can fly. It's up to you guys. So again, I'd love to see a shit ton of veterans climbing this mountain together. So if you live in Colorado, please come join us. Anthony Santiago from Team Chaotic Combat Sports said he's going to go. So I'm holding you to that, dude. You have to go now. And I'm hoping we get a bunch of other the jiu-jitsu guys that actually come with us. So again, I'd really love for you guys to come on this trip with us. It's much more fun when you have a big group. So make your lottery or make your Facebook fundraisers now. Get going on them. You have until April 1st to raise $1,000, and you can go to Colorado completely free. So excited to see you guys out there. Keep your eyes out on more information about the jiu-jitsu documentary. We're going to be leaving in April 23rd to get over to Kalispell, Montana for our first stop. Check out warriorsnextventure.com, and you can click on the PTSD versus Jiu-Jitsu tour page, and you can see the full tour, why we're doing the tour, and then the GoFundMe. If you want to contribute to the documentary tour, go to the GoFundMe, and you can donate to that, and all of the funding from that is going to go to the documentary. On top of that, we partnered up with We Defy Foundation. So if you guys don't know who We Defy Foundation is, go to their website, check them out. What they do is if you're 80% disabled or more, they will actually pay for you to train jujitsu for a full year, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. So we partnered up with them on this tour, and we're actually donating 10% of the GoFundMe after expenses to We Defy. So you're actually helping out two nonprofits as you go through it, as well as thousands of veterans who are going to see this documentary and hopefully, change their outlook on jiu-jitsu. So the whole goal is to try to get as many veterans training jiu-jitsu as possible. So check out those tour dates, and see if you can make any of them. The seminars are all completely free. Come check them out, buy some merchandise. That merchandise can help us get around the country. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for all the endless support. I really do appreciate it. With your guys' donations, I'm able to do things for veterans that I didn't think was possible. So thank you for believing in me. I hope to see you in Colorado. Get your fundraiser started and raise that $1,000.